Welcome. This is Seewing Yi, and today is the new era in real estate investing. So thank you for watching, and you are in for a real treat. So stay until the end, and this will be something I believe you will never heard of this kind of powerful strategies in real estate investing. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let's get the show on the road. Here we are. This is a quote new era of in real estate investing. What I mean by that, the future of cash flow rental property investing. Okay, here is the doom and gloom national news media that you all been bombarded with, brainwashed with whatever, true or not true. But let's get this thing, get this kind of things out of the way. So rest in peace. No more cash flow rentals in the country. Yeah. There's a still element of truth to it, but let's dive deeper. Okay, you have to read beyond the headlines as always, because negative news sells, and you have to be smart as an investor, right? You have to go beyond the negative news, go beyond the headlines, and do your own research and due diligence. But the following information are pretty factual as I go down to this outline, which is skyrocketing housing prices, yes, and elevated mortgage rates has broken down the housing market. Okay. Therefore, as a risk investor, mom and pop investor, wherever you're located, most of our investors are come from California. Anyway, I've been doing this for a very long time, for more than 2 decades of helping investors to buy many great markets over the years, all great cash flow, all robust markets with an excellent rental market and trophy and property management, the whole turnkey scenario, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So anyway, okay, let me continue with the housing market narratives, if you will. Yes, no more trophy markets. Okay, again, you have as an investor, you always have to pivot. You always have to adapt and adjust to the changing times with respect to the housing market, with respect to real estate investing. So we are doing just that, and we have been doing this for many years. So anyway, so instead now you need to focus on cash flows. I mean, real cash flow. How do you do that? You go to the affordable housing type of investment models. You go deeper into the sub markets, deeper into the rural areas. Yeah, in those rural areas, we see some path of growth, emerging market, further away from the major metros. And we have to we're going to see some migration detours that is happening before our eyes. And the deep sub markets is the wave of the future. Just a sample of it is Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, Indiana, and deep into the heart of Texas, just to name a few. Okay, you stay tuned. You subscribe to my YouTube channel. You put your email into my website, so you can be a free member of our real estate community. You get your free emails coming to your email inbox every single day, for that matter, and you will learn more about the information that we can share with you above and beyond this particular presentation. Okay, so let's continue. So the buy box, if you will, the new era of buy box for mom and pop real estate investors out there, regardless of where you live, especially if you live in California, where most of our investors are located. It's very challenging to buy in your own backyard. So you could be any potential person watching this video, and you could physically live in the Northeast, Boston, New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut area, where the home prices is just as high as where I live in San Francisco Bay Area, where the highest cost housing market in the country here in Bay Area, where I live for 30 something years. And personally, I invested strictly pretty much out of state turnkey cash flow properties over the years. And several thousand of our investors have followed my guidance over the years to invest in the robust market that I've been indicating to you. So here's the buy box, if you will. Look, when you see this, when you hear this, it's just mind-boggling. Is this too good to be true? Is this really what's happening? you have the potential to, again, I'm a friend. I'm a frontiersman from a Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone of the old real estate frontiers. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I love history. By the way, you're able, and this is not a misprint, you're able to buy new construction rental property, single family residence at $150,000. New construction duplex at $320,000. And the fourplex at 540K, but we're not going to discuss the fourplex on today's presentation. But this market in Oklahoma, you expect to achieve very good current cash flow and even some sprinkle in some decent appreciation over time. Okay. So again, our business model moving forward, given all the changes what's going on in the housing market for the past few years, especially, is a need to tap into the nation's most underserved rural communities. The rural communities are about to be not rural; they are reaching the boom time level in certain markets. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't want to over exaggerate the word boom town. But anyway, so furthermore, we as a network, our partners, will partner with the local communities, business and civic leaders, developers, builders, school board, local military bases, and we identify the housing needs of said community and meet those needs. So the connection we have with the developer and builders and property managers in a specific local area where we are promoting this rental homes or all have this type of infrastructure connection and networking within those metros. Okay. So, and most rural communities have extreme shortage of rental homes and new construction, but especially in this market we are about to share with you here in Lawton, Oklahoma. They don't even have any new construction for the past 30 years. So for our network builders and developers to build new homes in this community, it's just, yeah, it's such a, it helped the local market so much in the affordable housing because it was severely lacking in not just in Lawton, Oklahoma, but in many rural communities throughout the country. Okay. So we're partnering. It's amazing. It's all helping the local community to enhance their quality of life. So as a real estate investors, you're playing your role. You're playing your part. You're contributing to the local community and helping to better the people that live there. Yeah. Okay. So as a result, we have this business model, built to rent models. And the properties I'm going to present to you are all off markets. It's not listed in a multiple listing service. Listings are only available to our real estate members. And you could become our members, as I said, free member. All you gotta do is subscribe your email into our website below or the body of this description. So you can become a free member of our real estate investing community. So you'll receive amazing real estate investment opportunities, updates on a daily basis right into your email. So potentially take action and we're going to help you to achieve your long-term goal using this one-stop shop turnkey approach that everything provided for you. As a result, we do long-distance, remote, turnkey, almost hands-off scenarios, okay, where you delegate everything to the local team, property managers, etc. I call this a new wave of real estate portfolio acquisition for 2024 and beyond. So let's get to the specific stuff for the market we're promoting today, which is in Lawton, Oklahoma. By the way, this market report, you can look at the bottom of the description with the link. You will see the rest of the details. I'm not going to go over 10 pages of this report. You can do it on your own time. Just click on the link below after you watch this video. Okay, Lawton, Oklahoma, which is the home to the Fort Sill U.S. Army Fort Sill, one of the major robust military base located there. And this base is going to be around a long time because their missions are very crucial to the nation's defense because they train. It's a basic training post, boot camp as well, and also they do artillery training. U.S. Army Fort Sill. So when I was in active duty, I have a lot of friends who were stationed in U.S. Army Fort Sill. The U.S. Fort Sill, Army Fort Sill also do air defense systems, very robust, very high-tech stuff. So they are doing some very innovative military technology, all done in these locations. This is me long, long time ago. How long? Let's go back to the 80s, okay? That's all I have to say. So I was in the U.S. Army active duty full time for 20 years, and I retired the year 2002. More than 20 years ago, I achieved full military retirement. And since then, since 2002, I've been a real estate investor. I own a real estate consulting company, which is the Real Estate Network, as you're watching right now. So anyway, so this is a thing. This picture we took way back in Korea. I was stationed in South Korea for 1 year, and my military occupation I was a finance specialist, MOS, military specialty, which is 73 Charlie finance. My job, when I was stationed in Korea back in 80s, yes, long time ago. I was in out process, active duty soldiers, in process, out process. I was in finance. Okay. I'm a chairborne ranger, not airborne ranger, but chairborne ranger. I had great experience while I was in the military. It just pretty much defined who I am right now due to all the experience and training that I received when I was in active duty. I really have a great time. It defined my future when I got out, when I retired back then, more than 20 years ago. All right. So anyway, it's just such a coincidence. And when I'm promoting this particular market, U.S. Army Fort Sill is a very robust market for anybody. You can be any investor who qualify, you can invest. You can create a real estate portfolio in this particular market. U.S. Army Fort Sill, which is located outside Lawton, Oklahoma, which is 90 miles southwest of Oklahoma City, and also around almost, I think, about 200 miles north of Dallas, Texas. So he's located in a very up-and-coming region, if you will. The potential renter in this particular marketplace, look, the U.S. Army Fort Sill have around a total of 50,000 people. Of the 60,000, approximately 30,000 of them are in the military, and the remaining are dependents and civilian workers working on base and working off base to support this gigantic army base. All right, so as a result, 30% of all the renters for this kind of homes that I'm going to present to you very shortly are active duty soldiers. Now, coincidentally, as a finance specialist, when I was active duty, that's what I do. When a soldier do a change of station, PCS, if you will, permanent change of station, when they arrive to new station, so it's my job as a finance specialist to process their pay and to facilitate and coordinate them to lift off post, because in any military installation, for those of you who are military veterans, you know what I'm talking about, right? There's never enough housing on post. So most of all soldiers, especially married soldiers with children, they get a stipend. They get a tax-free housing allowance to live off post. Okay, so a married soldier, a sergeant, or E5 or staff sergeant, E6, 3 to 5 years of service, 0 to 2 dependents. The military give them a monthly, and they usually their BAH, bachelor allowance for housing, BAH. They're giving the amount anywhere from $11.49 to $13.92 per month to pay their rent or post. Okay, that's where you come in as a landlord. All right, so I'll get to that momentarily. So again, that BAH is with using military active duty, you get so many benefits, right? And tax-free allowance for the housing allowance is one of many benefits. And furthermore, their regular paychecks are not affected, right? Which is amazing. And for those, especially those married soldiers, the average on a historical basis, the average person who married, average soldier who are married, they usually stay at each duty station at least 3 years. If you're a single soldier, like I was in the first 2 years of the Army, I was stationed in Germany, in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I was single at the time. So if you're single, typically the duty time per installation is around 2 years. So if you're married, I usually stay 3+ years. See, when you invest beyond that 3-year duty station time, stay at the duty station even longer than 3 years. So what does it mean? What are the benefits for landlord? We can find out. Look, no one can guarantee what's happening in the future. What if you get lucky? If you buy what it is rental property in this location, if you happen to be able to obtain 3 of the active duty tenants, if they all fulfill their contractual obligation and they stay at least 3 years, so you could have a renter for 3 years at a time. Okay. So in the next 10 years, you could have a near total of only 3 tenants. Wow. Think about the financial ramification associated with this, especially with respect to your real estate portfolio. And I will go over that in detail, what all the financial ramifications of having a near total, potentially the best case scenario, only 3 total tenants in the next 10 years of your real estate investing career. Wow, this is mind-boggling. So military makes the best tenants. Why? Because, hey, 24/7, 365, you are subject to the UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. You are, for all intents and purposes, the soldiers are G.I. Joe. Okay, or G.I. Joe, okay, but want to be politically correct. GI means government issue. You are government issue. Everything you do on duty or off duty, you're subject to this uniform code of military justice. If you screwed up in your tenant, in your rent, whatever, you could be answering to the military commander and they will straighten you out. So if you want to have a good, if those active duty soldier renting, if they have to behave themselves, if they misbehave, they don't pay the rent for whatever reason, they're gonna have a negative mark on their record, on their military record, and that could be a career killer, right? Oh, look, not every active duty soldiers are tip-top shape. They'll always, just like anything else, there will be some soldiers who will misbehave for many other reasons other than not paying the rent. We get that, right? So you get the idea, right? So I'm sure you agree that military tenants they are the best tenants for the reasons I just stated. All right. Now I know everybody, y'all want to hear how hard it is to have a rental property. It's brand new anywhere in the country because it's very hard to build new homes because they are very costly. But to have the opportunity to buy a new construction entry-level home for only $150,000. Look, okay, I'm going to save you the trouble. You can do all the research all you want for the next few years on your own. In any other market, you can find a single family home, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 900 square foot, brand new for $150,000. Please let me know, okay? Please humor me. So I will save you the trouble. You're not going to find it, okay? So that's why we connect with them, because I've been doing this for so many years. I've helped thousands of real estate investors all over the country from out of state to buy these robust, fast-growing markets and cash flow and appreciation potential and all of that, the whole 9 yards. I was able to create amazing relationship with the local builders and developers and get together with those local communities to find this type of housing, affordable housing scenario for the tenants to live in. So anyway, with that said, amazing, right? $160,000. And of course, the gross rent monthly $1,300, perfect in alignment with the category of the military tenant that we just discussed. So it's a slam dunk. They can easily pay around $1,300 monthly rent. So you put 20%, you can do 20 to 25%, even at 6.75% mortgage rate. By the way, you can always refinance the mortgage later, right? You date the rate, you marry the income property. That is my philosophy. So you can only put 20% down and leverage 80% to the bank, to the lender. So anyway, and then at the end of the day, your $1,300 you can pay. You're going to pay off the mortgage. You can get a mortgage at this amount, $778 per month. Plus you have to pay your taxes. The taxes, by the way, are very low in Oklahoma, and insurance are also very low. So that will increase your cash flow. At the end of the day, I'm not going to discuss too much. It can take too long for me to go over the numerical metrics, if you will. which is you're almost getting 1%. 1% rent to value ratio. Oh, there's no more 1% rule in the country. Yes, there is. As soon as you connect with my network, there's always the exception. So capitalization rate, 8.1%, which is absolutely amazing. Again, for those of you who do not understand these numerical formulas, I have other videos you can download. I can do a deep dive on this type of very critical numerical formulas. As I stated here, cash and cash return, 9%, total return on investment, 26%, including appreciation, projections, and annual net cash flow, and the principal reduction and a tax benefits divided by your total down payment, only 33 grand, your down payment 33 grand, and this builder, the seller, is giving you a seller credit of 3%. The property manager is giving you first year of property management free. So all this kind of incentive, you're getting additional value. At the end of the day, you're getting almost $240 monthly net cash flow in the first year of projection. So all these numbers look very good. Positive cash flow with only 20% down. Such a tremendous value in this particular up-and-coming market. Now, of course, there's another product similar, which is a duplex from the same builder, okay, Lawton, Oklahoma, outside Fort Sill, which is like 7 miles away from Fort Sill, so very easy to commute to on post for those tenants. So again, duplex, where else can you find new construction duplex for only $320,000? Okay, in California, $20K, you cannot even buy a garage door for that matter. $20K duplex is amazing, and the rent on both sides is approximately $2,600. You put 25% down payment, total down payment of 88 grand. With a reduced closing costs minus your debt service, taxes, insurance, no first year property management fee, and your loan, you have to pay 30-year fixed rate mortgage, 6.7%, whatever projections. At the end of the day, monthly net cash flow of excess of $600. Again, I'm not going to go over the numerical metrics, which is a very robust, very attractive numbers. So great value add. All right. And we can go back to this here. You need to understand first year projection, that's just tip of the iceberg, if you will. Okay. It's buying casual properties at 20 to 25% down payment is important, but you have to find ways you can make money, right? Okay. Increasing rent, increasing cash flow, tax benefits, equity growth, appreciation, and debt pay down, right? You're leveraging on a 30-year fixed rate loan debt, which is amazing. And your tenant going to pay down your mortgage. In fact, your tenant going to make you rich, for that matter. So we might have to go back to this chart momentarily as I continue with this presentation. At the end of the day, okay, this 10-year projection is very critical. You need to get yourself some kind of software to give you a systematic monitoring. There's a lot of great software out there, very low-cost monthly subscription fee. I use propertytracker.com, but they show you projection. It's only a projection on rental rate increases, and so cash flow will continue to increase due to inflation, if nothing else for that matter. And yet, you have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, and your loan balance will continue to be reduced by the loan amortization paid down by the tenant, tax benefit, the whole 9 yards. Based on only 3% rate projection on an annual basis, you're getting, like I said, $240 monthly net cash flow based on the first year, but you have a 3-year percentage projection. At the end of 10 year, your monthly gross rent is excess of almost $1,700, even though the beginning, the first year one is $1,300 gross rent. But we'll go over these numbers momentarily. Okay? I don't want to bog down with the numbers because it gets overwhelming. So here's the best part of this presentation is an exit strategy, which is whether you are rookie investors, especially if you're newbie rookie investors, you're not going to get this type of content presentation. You're not going to get this kind of unique exit strategy, even if you are a so-called experienced risk investors. If you have 1 or 2 rented properties existing under your belt, I believe you're probably not understanding what I'm about to share with you. So pay attention. Okay, if you want to pause this video and this slideshow and you want to hear it again, feel free to do so, because sometimes it takes more than one view to fully grasp and digest some of these presentations, right? Some of these contents, if you will. Hear me out. It's one of many exit strategies, although you do not have to use one strategy. There are many strategies, which I don't even have time to talk about it. But one strategy I particularly like with respect to this property, with respect to this market, what have you, especially this military market is very unique. Oh, by the way, trust me when I say this army base could be around for a long time. Not only that, they have a lot of supporting industry, supporting the military base, a lot of civilian contractors. There's a hospital, mainly several healthcare industries are very strong, also manufacturing. And there's a major university located in Lawton, Oklahoma. There's a lot of good jobs available here, not just the military base, although the military is the major employer in this location, which is good. If you look at any military installation located throughout the US, you will find that location. Other areas are also housing market is doing very well with the military installation as part of the anchor employer, if you will, right? What strategy you can have is the monthly net cash flow you're getting, whatever it is, $200 to $300 monthly cash flow. So you can already, since this is a long-term investment, I encourage you to potentially tie your monthly net cash flow to pay down your 30-year mortgage. You can potentially pay down 30-year mortgage in about 5 to 7 years. Too good to be true. Let me explain, right? This kind of concept been around for decades. How do you pay off your 30-year mortgage? Each rental property in near 5 to 7 years. Here it is from a high level. Okay, I already show you on the previous slide that the monthly mortgage to buy this property, this $150,000 property, is the principal and interest, that is $778. Okay, so this $778 monthly mortgage paid off. Once you paid off the mortgage in about 5 to 7 years, then you will have the extra cash flow, right? You have no more debt. You're free and clear. So today you have to pay the mortgage $778 monthly, but when you pay it off, this will convert to your passive income. Am I right? Clear? So $778, this is your new cash flow, right? Which is amazing. You only need 5 to 7 years approximately. Then I did the advanced calculation, okay, plus $400 monthly cash flow 10 years from now. How I get this number? Okay, I have to go back here. How I calculated $400 monthly net cash flow is based on year 10, right? Year 10, you have like $1,600 to $1,700 monthly rent. You have no longer have assuming you pay the mortgage, you still have taxes and insurance and property management fee and some maintenance and what have you. Okay, no, I don't want to bog down with the numbers precisely too much. But at the end of the day, when you're free and clear with one property, you add since this no longer a monthly debt, this becomes cash flow 778 plus your monthly net cash flow. Addition to that equals $1,178 monthly net passive income, inflation adjusted. How this $400 net income, again based on the calculation on the previous slide, the monthly net cash flow of $400 comes from the gross rent at that time. The higher rent minus your monthly taxes, insurance, property management fees, which is typically 8% of the rent, and any potential minor maintenance and vacancy per property. By the way, this new construction, okay, the beauty of new construction is over time, the capital expense very low compared to a much older property. Look, if you buy a $150,000 property, most likely they're going to be located in the Midwest, right? For example, Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Memphis, Tennessee. What the Midwest older properties, 60, 70, 80 years old. Not even it's okay if they the suburb rehab them very nicely. That's fine. You're still going to have to maintenance over time, right? And issues because these are older properties. The roof going to cave in. The electrical system is going to break, and the house, you can do a lot of cosmetic repairs over time. If you buy a older property, in the Midwest somewhere, even though you initially getting some very good cash flow, but buying a new construction, only one again, think about it. The maintenance issues, the vacancies, the roof, electrical system is very little maintenance, especially when you have the highest quality of tenants, which is the active duty soldiers. There's a good chance that over time, your new construction house could have a very little maintenance and upkeep and vacancy and everything else. Therefore, it'll increase your return on your investment, right? That's pretty obvious. Am I right? Agree with me. So make a comment below as well. Again, at the end of 5 to 7 years, however long you paid off each mortgage, each house that is, you can have an excess of $1,000 monthly net income per house, right? Just do the math, simple math, sixth grade math, everything, all the math scenario I present to you is it's pretty simple. It's a conceptual, right? Anyway, so I'm not even talking about the equity growth or the tax benefit, which is a bonus. So you're getting the icing on the cake. So all with the original, only about $30,000 down payment. See how much using leverage, using the power of real estate, using the power of tenant, you could outsource the payment of your mortgages and taxes, the insurance and everything else. You can outsource for a tenant. Your tenant your great tenant, hopefully the military tenant, gonna make you rich. That's very simple. Then when you pay off a particular rental property, at least one or one house, and you have the financial ability to buy more than one systematically over time, you could quote unquote retire in 7 to 10 years once each of your rental properties paid off using the principal pay down acceleration. So therefore, you could make the argument that, hey, you can potentially replace your W-2 income. Isn't that's what we want? Make your job an option instead of a necessity, instead of going through the rat race right now, like most of us are going through. Therefore, you can live off your real estate passive income for the rest of your life, inflation adjusted, because those BAH, those basic housing allowance, they are adjusted by inflation. Okay, the military, the government, they raised those tax-free housing allowance based on cost of living, based increases, based on inflation, right? So your passive income for retirement is adjusted, increases year over year potentially. Yeah, you can live a life under your own terms once a situation occurs down the road, right? It's almost a 10-year journey. It's not going to be easy, although I may sound like this is easy to do, but you are going to have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears. At the end of the day, based on my presentation, based on the high-level presentation, my conclusion is you can have your cake and eat it too. That's all I have to say right now. So I want you to digest this video, digest this presentation. It's something that probably you haven't heard before, something that I have done personally on my own, right? As well, I have consulted and guided hundreds, if not thousands, of real estate investors throughout the country to buy remote, buy passive, almost passive, really. You can own 5 or 10 of these kind of turnkey rentals, great property management. They do everything for you. You can basically spend 1 to 2 years per month on managing your so-called real estate portfolio. Well, look, listen, we have other markets, with other cash flow homes that you can purchase as well. But anyway, again, with that said, hopefully you receive any value from this video. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most important of all, if you want to learn more, become our free subscriber member. So put your email below on the subscription link below, and you'll then become a free member of our real estate investing community. And therefore, in your email inbox every single day, you will receive great free real estate investment education and investment opportunities, so you can learn and digest more, so you can eventually take action to achieve your definition of financial dreams. And also, the link below is a detailed Oklahoma market report in this particular location, Lawton, Oklahoma. All right. Thank you so much for watching. This is Seewing. I will see you on the next video. Have a nice day. Good luck. Bye-bye.